Hi, good evening. Um,
Evening.
what part of the world are you dialing in from?
Pardon.
What country are you dialing in from?
I'm from Cameroon, Yaoundé, Cameroon.
Oh, okay. From the capital. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool. So
You're
I
in
guess,
Nigeria, right?
yes, I'm in Nigeria. We use the same West African time.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Okay, that's awesome.
Okay.
Hi, Dennis. Hi, Tosin. You guys can unmute your mic. Let's get started. Basically,
Okay,
what?
hi, Professor.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Basically, what the onboardings are is for us to keep ourselves up to date with what we're basically doing in the 31 Days of Kotlin program and see where each of us is having any form of challenge and how we can solve those together. So, for the whole of last week, I noticed that after the very first week of the program, the 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 let's say time dedication slumped. And I understand that we all had different things that could take away our time. But you know, at the end of the day, we still have to do these things. These things are things that are necessary each of us do and each of us get to know because the learning curve to get to our ultimate goal, which is reaching the Associate Android Developer Scholarship certification stage, can be very steep if you don't know that you have to start very early to solve some of these things that will be on the way, that will be blockers at the end of the day. And I'm saying this from experience because last year I tried, and I failed. And failure can be a good teacher, as much as success can also be a good teacher. You know. And people like Ruth, who have been um, in, who have learned in a guided way, like who have had serious guidance in learning software development will understand what the power of community is and why it is very much important that you have that factored into your learning process. And that's why I started this 31 Days of Kotlin program in the first place. And it's important that I restate that because it's very easy to forget that this is what we are doing and this is why we are doing it, you know. And I know that a lot of us in the community don't really get it. Maybe they don't get it yet, but I hope they get it down the line. Because the whole goal of this is for us to have a higher success rate. So from time to time, I take time to go through our spreadsheets to analyze the data there. And there is a disturbing trend that I notice. And it is this: those people who have more experience with Android development or programming in general are the ones who are putting in more time, more effort. And those people who have lesser experience with the whole development thing are the ones who are putting in fewer hours. And that means some of us are setting ourselves up for failure. And the reason why we have this community is that we reduce the margin of failure that we have at the end of the day. So it's important that we go back, we reevaluate ourselves, and we do a personal check. So that is that. Let's get started with today's meeting. Let's introduce ourselves, talk about the blockers we have over the past week, and start connecting. So personally, I'm Aliad Precious. I'm the founder of Evolve Digital, which is a digital transformation company. And I'm kind of exploring what it means to be a digital transformation company in the meantime. Over the past week, I studied on JetBrains. I spent most time on JetBrains Academy. And I studied on Google Code Labs too. So on Tuesday night, because I was up all through the night, I tried solving the Lemonade project on Google Code Labs. But because my computer was not, Android Studio was not finding the file in my E folder in my computer, the project was not building properly. Gradle was not getting started. Nothing was happening. I just had the project, I had the project 3, but I did not have the Android development 3 within Android Studio. And I spent the whole night searching everywhere, Stack Overflow, Google, anywhere, GitHub, but I could not find a solution to that problem. But the problem was very simple. My folder was supposed to be under C folder. It was not supposed to be under E folder. Android Studio was not seeing the E folder. And I noticed on, was it Thursday, when Deb was building that project, on my Android Studio, C folder was visible. It was showing the sign that Android Studio could see the things inside it, but E folder was not visible. It was also giving a clue that Android Studio could not see what's inside it. So that was the block I had last week, and that was what even sparked the whole co-build thing, because I had that problem, and I thought to myself that if I'm having this challenge, someone else within the community may have a different challenge that's relatable but can be solved with the same solution. And so I decided let's get started with co-build. So that's what my study was like in the past week. I was not able to, I spent up to 11 hours studying on Monday. I spent up to 6 hours studying on Tuesday. But Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I was at work and I had several other projects that I had to work on. So I did not spend as much time, but I spent at least an hour each day working on the 30 Days of Kotlin program. So that's how my week has been. Mbo Bless Pearl, can you unmute your mic and tell us how your week was?
Okay, so for the past 2 weeks, I've really been busy because presently I'm still in school, and in Cameroon, the AFCON is coming up. I was commissioned with a certain team which is working on an official touristic guide app in Cameroon as a graphic designer. So for the past week, I barely spent an hour if I had time on JetBrains Academy. So for this past week, maximum that I could spend was a week on JetBrains Academy. I could not really focus on Pluralsight because I needed a lot of time to work with Pluralsight content. So I think by Monday, tomorrow, we are going to be done because we are working under the ministry. We're going to be done with that. So I think from Tuesday, I'm going to focus a little more on my work on Pluralsight and then on school too. So thank you.
All right. So how far have you come on Pluralsight?
On Pluralsight, I already had 10 hours of video, and I already took the test. So I had a score of 207 on 250. So for the meantime, I just took a little pause.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. How many videos have you watched?
Generally, I don't know because I've really watched many videos because last year I started that for Java, what they were doing with Java, and then I watched the videos for Java. Then when I came to Kotlin now, most of the things it was just to understand the Kotlin language and then implement the very things because I did that last year, but I was not serious to go to phase two. So that was all.
Okay, awesome, awesome. All right. So, Alan Oluwatosin, you have the floor. Tell us how your week went, if you had any challenges, and
Okay. Good evening, all. I think I was one that posted in the group like for the past 2 weeks I've been in and out of hospital. I've been so sick. Even to now, I'm just trying to manage myself and trying to be strong. So last week I took my test. I didn't really prepare, but thank God I still had 124. So, but last
please, can you
week
come closer to the mic? We're not hearing you very clearly.
I'm not feeling fine, so I'm just trying to gather strength to talk. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes,
Hello.
yes, we
Okay.
can. Yeah.
I said for the past 2 weeks I've been sick, like in and out of the hospital. So I've not really done much for the past 2 weeks. But I think what I achieved last week was when I did my learning space cycle test. Though I projected that I was going to score more than what I scored, but I think I scored 1.2 or thereabouts. But this week I have not really watched anything this week because I'm still trying to gather myself elsewise. But hopefully I'm recovering. So by next week I'll pick up from there. But if not that I was sick, I would have done much more better. But I'm really very down, just trying to manage myself.
All right. So sorry to hear that you are still ill. I hope you get well very soon.
Thank you, Nina.
So sorry. Please take care of yourself.
Yeah, I will. Thank you.
And so, Tijani Mubarak, you have the floor.
Good everyone. So for the past 2 weeks, I've been working on a project. I got a Udemy course from someone, and the course about building Android app with Kotlin from scratch. So basically, the person is building an e-commerce website. So it's about 18 to 20 hours course. So that's what I've been doing like since last week, and I'm almost done with the course. So all of my time I've been putting on in the course. So every day actually I spend more than 6 hours. So I'm trying to fix bugs and follow the guy. But I can't update that on the spreadsheets. I don't know if I can include Udemy course or something like that. So that's why I'm not updating it. So most times I just spend like 1 hour on Google Colab. So that's what I've been doing since last week.
All right. Awesome. Well done. Hi, Ruth, you have the floor.
Okay, good evening, everyone. For the past week, yeah, I think I tried my best. But I focused mostly on code labs because I was enjoying the projects there. Then on JetBrains, I'm in the final project of Zookeeper, and I've been having blocker. I don't know, just giving me issues. I think for like 2 days now. But I just abandoned it and focused on code labs for now. So that's basically it. Then for player sites, I don't know. I think I've made the requirements for the next phase. So for now, I'm just on code labs. Probably if I'm done with code labs, I'll go and see what Jamilson is doing. Yeah.
Okay. So, what project did you pick on Pluralsight?
The zookeeper. Pluralsight or JetBrains?
Sorry, JetBrains.
Okay, the Zookeeper project. So
Oh,
I finished the course. The final project is to finish the app, the Zookeeper, sorry, app, the Zookeeper project, Zookeeper code. And
yes.
so far it's looking simple, but I don't know. The algorithm is just playing with my head. So probably if I have a third eye on it, it will, or a second eye on it will be better.
Okay.
Yes, but I left it and I'm focusing on code labs till I'm ready for it.
Okay. Personally, I picked the tic-tac-toe app when I got started. So
Okay.
yeah, so that we are on different project paths, but it's great. It's great. That's one thing with JetBrains though. Everyone is not on the same tab. We're all on different paths within JetBrains. And that one will be
Yeah.
a bit, it will be a bit harder to like get one person who can solve the challenge and help everyone else. But then we'll still take a look and see what we can do about that.
Okay.
All right. So that's it. So the whole day I've been really tired. Got back from work this morning. Not this morning, sir, this afternoon. That rain stopped me. And I've not been able to do what I wanted to do. But the thing is, we are introducing two new badges. I'd have loved to share my screen to show how the badges look like, but they are not ready yet. They are still in the bakery. So the first badge is called dedicated. The badge goes to anybody who fills the spreadsheet in a week, 7 days in a row. And it will start from this week. We are not backtracking. We are starting from this week. So those of us who filled from Sunday till now will be getting that dedicated badge tomorrow or whenever I send out the badges. And the second badge is Anchor. The Anchor badge goes to any of the community member or anybody outside the community that joins us to build a co-build project. So if somebody anchors our co-build, the person gets the anchor badge. So those are the two new badges I'll be introducing as we go into the new week. So that's it. If anybody have a question or anything to say or add, please let's unmute and talk.
So yeah, I wanted to ask, can we, if we are learning from a different source aside CodeLab, Pluralsight, and the three platforms we've put on the spreadsheets, can we update it like with that source, like Codecamp or YouTube or Udemy?
Well, that's a hard one. But the truth is, the reason why I did not make it very open at first is because there are things that you may need to learn that are particular to the Android associate Android developer track that you won't find on those projects. Say those things we do on Free Code Camp and on YouTube. Because you should remember this is a learning path. And a learning path means there are specific things that are required. And for the sake of specificity, that's why we are using Google Code Labs, JetBrains Academy's Kotlin programming language tutorials, and Pluralsight. So surely there are so many resources out there that can get one ready and prepared, but then no. The only thing is, well, give me some time to think about it. And then I also have to look at these resources, just so I'm sure, before I can say that you can add it to the spreadsheet, because it's pointless to go and study something, even Pluralsight last year. I studied on Plurals. God knows I studied on Pluralsight. God knows. Because I studied to the extent that on my first test, the skill IQ test, I scored more than 200. I guess I scored 234 or something, because I was able to remember the things we were learning from the tutorial, from what Jim Wilson was teaching. I was able to remember all these things, and I was able to write the skill IQ test and got a very high score. When my mentor saw it in phase 2, my mentor was like, wow, the for somebody who is new to the whole programming thing, scoring 200 and that something is pretty high. But the truth is, I knew these things in theory, but because I was not really practicalizing them, I was not writing my own code, I was not building my own app, I did not know them in practice. So when it got to the project phase, I was not able to proceed. That was when I realized that it's good to watch the whole video, but if you don't know anything about Java, then Kotlin, now there's a problem. I know how to go all the way back to go and start taking Java lessons. And at that point, I was losing time. At that point, I was losing traction. And while my mates were going ahead, I was not able to proceed at that rate because, well, what do I want to write when you don't even know the syntax of the language you want to use, you know? So that was the problem. And that's why there are so many learning resources out there. It's encouraged to use what works for you, but be sure you are using something that will really, really prepare you for what is coming ahead. And that's why I handpicked the ones I'm sure that will prepare us for what's coming ahead. So that's why it's that way. But then you can send me this resource. Let me take a look at it. And if it's something that will work for everyone, surely we can add it to the resource tab. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, no problem. Yeah.
All right. So I guess we are done for today. It's great having everyone in the meeting. Let's remember one of the sweetest industries in the world is the software development industry, because we have an open source mindset. We are ready to share. We are ready to share our code. We are ready to share our knowledge. We are ready to share what we know. We are ready to help others, unlike, say, the healthcare industry, where nobody wants to share their secret sauce, you know. So always learn to reach out to people and ask them for help. If you have any blocker, reach out. If you have any challenge, reach out. There is a whole of the Andela Learning community and everybody there are very resourceful people. Last year we had the program happening on Slack, and I kind of prefer Slack to Circle.co, what Andela is using this year, because Slack is a native application, and then there is a way Slack works that just makes makes life easier for everybody. But then we were having the program on Slack, and the people from plural sites were on the platform. The people from Google were on the platform. The people from Andela were on the platform. And so we had all these people on the platform. And if there's any problem you were having, you could always reach out and ask questions, and they will help you out. Same with this year. The people from Google, from Andela, from plural sites are all on our Andela Learning community this year. And so if you have any challenge, please visit ALC. If you have any challenge, you can also post it to the community. A lot of us have seen so many different kinds of bugs in our programs before. And so we are able to help others solve theirs. There is this way senior software developers work. When you have a bug in your code, the first thing you do, say for the very first 10 minutes, is to troubleshoot it yourself. You find a way to troubleshoot it. You look for solution on Stack Overflow. You look for solutions on Google. You look for solution on the docs of the programming language you're using, or if it's Android you're working with, on Android docs. And when you're unable to find this solution, say between the first 10 to 30 minutes, you reach out to somebody who is more senior or more experienced, or is on par with you, and you know that, I guess this person can help me solve this challenge. You reach out to the person and you ask the person to help you out to solve it. It saves time, it saves stress, it saves energy. So it's important to take the first effort yourself to try to solve it. But when you're not solving it, please reach out. It's very important. So that's how that goes. So, all right. Let's round out the meeting for today. I guess we had a fruitful time. If we have anything to say, any contributions, please, it's time to unmute and talk. We still have 7 minutes on the clock, 6 now.
Yeah, please don't forget to update the video.
What did you say?
The video, right? The complete video of solving the Lemonade app project.
Okay, yeah. Working on that. So I'm planning to cut it out, remove those parts where, say, no activity was really happening, or, and then split it up by topics. So there are, I want to split it up in like where Deborah was explaining test-based programming, where Deborah was explaining if statements, where she explained if-else statements, where she explained when statements, where she explained writing, what do they call it? Writing, what do they call it again? Oh God, I've forgotten. But then I want to split it up. I guess you understand what I mean. So when I'm done with that will take a long time, because I have to bring all these videos together. I have some recordings with me. Ruth sent me some recordings yesterday. Deborah sent me some recordings from Thursday. So I have to join all these videos together, cut them up, and then compress the video, split them into topics and then upload it to YouTube. So that's a lot of work. And today I was just tired. I could not do anything. So I took time to rest. So I'll do that. I'll be on it very soon.
Please, can I say something?
Please go ahead.
Okay, so there's one thing that I've noticed, that it's not only videos that somebody can use to learn these concepts, because there are many concepts that you might see a long video that they will tell you 5 hours to study, but you might just read a certain little post, let's say on Medium, Quora, or on any let's say coding website. Most of those sites have very good tough coders that don't have time to make videos that explain their concepts there. So it's good that we watch videos, but also we should also follow and we read, because there are many errors that have been able to solve, not because I was watching a video, but just because I passed by a certain post and somebody explained that, okay, if you find this problem, maybe it's this thing that you did not install. So it's just something I said, let me just say it out.
Yes, very, very true. Very true. And that's why I mentioned that if we are having any challenge, we should remember to use all the resources we have on Google, try to solve it. And when you're not solving it, you reach out. Very true. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Yeah. Ruth, do you want to say something?
No, I don't have anything to
Just
say.
so you know, we know you're bragging, right? So we know you're one of the most senior developers among us.
I just have how many months under my belt. I'm not a senior dev.
We know you are still one of the
Yeah.
most senior. Like Ruth scored more than 280 over 300 in this plural site thing. She did not post on the group because we know she's not proud. She don't want to oppress us, but
Wow.
it's understandable. She scored more than 280.
I know 80, it's just 280.
Ah,
Wow.
yeah. Like A plus plus plus.
It just happened, and I've been into the space. Like I'm with Decagon. You know how Decagon is. Okay, many might not know Decagon, but with Decagon, like you have to be on your toes and learn very fast and learn a lot of things in a short period of time. So I think probably because this whole thing just came within the same space, and I'm still in Decagon currently. So, and I've been learning Kotlin consistently. So
Yeah.
maybe that's why. Yeah.
So you're still
So I'm not a senior dev.
So you're still no among us,
Okay.
in the land of 5 feet people, the person who is 6 feet is clearly the tallest,
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what it is. So we are expecting you to always give us tips and tricks on how to solve these things.
We are all learning together. All of us. See, I say I just had a blocker for 2 days. So everybody's still learning. I don't know. You might even know more than me currently.
Don't kid around. Yeah, but it's great.
Yeah, thanks.
So please get well soon. We're expecting you to get back into action. So I guess we had a fruitful meeting today. Let's punch in our national flags in the group so people know that we met and we are done. And then we can round up and close out. Nigeria is winning this week again, by the way. The only contender we have is blessed pair with the Cameroonian flag. That's the only contender that we have. So we are winning again this week. But it's great. Awesome. It's great to have all of you on this meeting today. I guess we had a fruitful time, and I hope we have a fruitful week ahead. Thank you very much. Good night. Take care of yourselves.
Nice. Thank you.
Tosin, good night.
Good night, Precious.
Okay. Good
Good
night,
night.
everyone.
Hi, Ruth. Good night.